starting to take shape, find out what they can do, and we will learn more here in Week 3. It's the Florida State Seminoles and the Iowa Hawkeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
When you talk about a home field advantage, you have to consider Kinnick Stadium. The fans are right on top of the action. They are on top of the opponent's sideline, making it one of the most difficult places to play in all of college sports. Named after Niall Kinnick, a war hero, the beautiful wave to the Cancer Children's Hospital. This is one of the most iconic spots to watch a college football game in the country. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. The Hawkeyes headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. The Seminoles offense will have the opening possession of the game. And here's Quintravion Wiesner. If you like running the football, we've got a couple of guys who can flat do it in this one. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Hands it off. Finds his way ahead for 6 and a little breathing room to the 17.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Trying play action. Here's a heat. Had to throw it before he wanted.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get. When the defense was all over him right after the snap, no wonder that thing fell in.
Now facing 3rd and short from their own 17. Looking to throw, it's Sperry. Finds a tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
You know, you don't see a lot of hitch throws against 3rd down, but if you're going to give the receiver access like that, the quarterback's going to take it. That was just way too easy.
And the Seminoles with the 1st and 10. Off the boot, looking for his man. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
One of the things I love about bootlegs as a former quarterback is it's sort of a run-pass option yourself, right? You're given the choice and the freedom out in space to just do what the defense is not ready for. And that time, everybody covered in the back end, but
finding some room. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
It really is no mystery. And, Race, obviously, we were talking about this guy in the open, and already he's getting the ball, and already he's making his presence felt. He just has such great vision and contact balance. And, David, they are going to continue to give him the football until you prove you can stop it.
Yeah, and so the defense is going to have to do something about it. And I know it's early, and that's just one run. But how much are they going to have to commit more people to the box? And they're just going to have to play physical and realize everybody's got a game time. This guy is good, man. And so I look forward to this defense trying to find some answers to stop this great running back.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. They're setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon. You're seeing that here early.
To the air, it's Berry. Right on the money. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
And the Seminoles go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Handoff to the single back. Got enough for the first. Turning it on. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
And the Noles pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They're going to ride this running back. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
Man, you got to love the offense coming out with a plan. They're going to feed their running back. Great job featuring him. Great job setting the physical tone. And they punched this defense right in the mouth and already got them back on their heels.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And how about this drive this offense has put together, man? You're kind of backed up. You just want to get some good field position. Now they've converted the sticks, moved the ball down the field, now set up 1st and goal, a chance to continue.
Touchdown, Florida State! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Well, that's the start you're looking for if you're David and you're trying to upset Goliath in a game that nobody gave you an opportunity to win. What a nice job offensively, just making good decisions, taking care of the football, and making the plays when they were available to be made. They march it down the field. They get on the scoreboard, David. And I think this crowd right now is shocked.
They are shocked, and it got a lot quieter. And here's the good thing. Now the confidence goes through the roof. Coaches talked about it. We got confidence. We can win. The players have to believe. And they talked about something good happening early. Not letting this crowd go bananas. That's how they drew it up. That is an excellent start for this squad.
He'll return it. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Hawkeyes offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. They will have their hands full with this matchup as they try to make sure the running game gets going. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. Good pickup on the ground there. Give him 5 to the 16-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Trying to impose their will with the run. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
And you know what? The best 3rd down offenses don't get the 3rd down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard. Got a nice gain, popped one, got a 1st down. Who needs 3rd downs if you can just pound it down their throat on 2nd down?
Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Here's a little room there. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this one.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Buys a little time. And the defense is there to stop him short of the 1st down. And the Hawkeyes will punt it away on 4th down. Makes the grab at the 10. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Thomas. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
The offense changing the play. To throw, it's Sperry. Pressure coming. He's sacked. This defense all over him. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
And here comes the Iowa offense ready to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Off the RPO, complete. Tried to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
The Hawkeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. They'll give it to Malton. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Quickly out to the tight end. That's why the good Lord invented tight ends, isn't it, David? Get a good pickup on 1st down, open up the entire playbook.
And just makes life so easy on quarterbacks. I mean, you got these guys that are so gifted athletically that you can do everything with them. They're like overgrown wide receivers, and now understanding zones and how to attack them. It's just unbelievable when you got these kind of big athletes.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to...
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll run it. It's Moulton. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You want to bring in your tight ends? You want to bring in more beef for that offensive line? I'm going to bring in more beef. Nice job by the defense understanding the situation. Red zone, field shrinks. I need more bigger personnel on the field, some big guys that can stop the run. Played the run well. Great job by the defense understanding the situation.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up 3rd down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
On 3rd down, here's Moulton. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The Hawkeyes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. On 1st down, it's Moulton again. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And on that situation on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Now, you got to love the effort by this defense. They gave up some yards. They got down, though, to 3rd and goal, money down on 3rd down, and they make the big play. They get pressure. They get the sack, and now it's even better because now you force a 4th and goal, but you backed them up a little bit and made this 4th down hard.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And this one is perfect. And the field goal caps off this first quarter. Both teams wanted to run the football. Let's take a look at the numbers for these two guys so far. Always a treat to be here at Iowa and take part in a special moment. Hope these kids enjoy the rest of the game as we play on into the 2nd quarter. comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Dropping back, it's Berry. Got it in the middle, it's Lopez. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Look, as an offense, we're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that 3rd down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not by much.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Secures it at the 30. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse, they'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Right back to it. There's a crease. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Hawkeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to run for it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. Florida State comes out ready to put something together on this drive. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Unleashes one. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. It intended. It was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Snap to the back. He'll take it himself. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Kinnick is having a connection fit to try to help the D on 3rd down. Wants to throw. It's Berry. Fires left. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Seminoles will punt this one away. Hauls it in at the 25. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Hawkeyes offense heads out to start this drive. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Hand off Moulton running left. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. From the gun, wants to pass. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He's got an open man. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
And, man, if you want to make big plays down the field, that's how it's done. It starts up front with the offensive line, and he had so much time to go through his progressions and then go through it again, man. So much time in the pocket. He delivers the big play down the field. Kudos to that offensive line right there.
And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. They'll stop the clock to have a look at the injured Hawkeye. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. Going to the run, it's Moulton. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense.
Touchdown, Hawkeye! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. He does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Pocket breaking down. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tacklers, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
Red pass, it's complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to power their way ahead. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Trying to get it to the marker. He's brought down before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And I like this. I like aggressiveness, especially early in ball games. Set the tone. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to play four-down football. Nowadays, it makes a lot of sense. You see it with analytics. Go for it, even if it's in your own territory.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The Noles injecting some attitude, throwing the spear down and declaring they're going to run the football.
Run the football, be aggressive. This is the part of the offense that, remember, it was a long time, Florida State offensive line play wasn't good enough. They got to get that physicality, that run game, if they want to be a great program again.
The Noles are marching down the field. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield, it's Sperry. How about that sweet footwork along the sideline? It is a catch. Backed up now, here's second and long. They'll run it from the gun. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got a man. It's Robinson. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Seminoles, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Complete. Makes the catch, and he's free. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Caught behind the line. It's Wiles. There's some room. Touchdown Seminoles. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they finish it up with a 50. Scoring toss. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. Could not make his way to the corner.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Give running right, it's Malton. He stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Trying to make magic on the scrap. There he goes. Big pickup on the play before he's finally stopped, and that carries us into the break and the final 2 minutes coming. The Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. They'll go to the counter. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Finds his big tight end. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
You coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
He'll take a shot. And that one is picked up in the end zone.
Well, the quarterback on that one put a lot of air under the ball. The problem is it gave the defender time to get his head around and locate it. And because of that, he was able to come away with the interception.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. He might want another play. Dropping back, it's Sperry. Trying to beat the D deep. Reels it in down the left side. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
And now that completely changes the thought process for this offense. Like, you're thinking, don't make a bad play, don't turn it over, understand I might have to punt the football. Now you flip the field position immediately, looking to be aggressive to get some points before the half.
That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. He goes right back to the air. Under fire. Trying to make magic with his feet. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Maybe some room here. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And this offense is clicking, man. This defense is going to have to find something in a hurry, right? That's 3 plays. That's 3 first downs. They've got to do a better job of affecting this defense, getting some penetration, winning at the line of scrimmage. You can't let them just move down the field and get a first down on every single play they run.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Pucks it out of the air. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who it was going to, and he was able to make the tackle at the perfect time. No gain on that one.
looking for the score. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, no.
This guy has been an absolute force in this offense early this season, guys. We're only in the third game. He's already got 3 touchdown catches. Talk about a matchup nightmare for opposing defenses.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. Makes it past the marker. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Leaping grab for a big gain. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Men, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We begin with Louisville taking on the number 21 team, the SMU Mustangs.
The Seminoles will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Iowa offense ready to go to work. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. That false start might prove to be really costly, as now they come to the line with a 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Got a man. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Again, it's Malton. Might have a chance. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
I can imagine at half, this defense was like, all right, we've got to stop the running game. He's gotten too many yards. What do they do on the first drive now? They give him the football, and he makes another big gain. This defense has to find some answers. They got to wrap him up. They got to get him on the ground. They can't keep getting gashed.
On first down, it's Malton again. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. And it's a sack. Now, after the sack, there is a man still down. That is their sophomore defensive tackle. They're very high on his future. Howie Rowe will get us up to date on how he's doing. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He'll heave it deep. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. So you come out of the locker room for the second half, and right away, you throw a pick.
Bad news, too, because you go into the locker room and you sort of regroup, and you start thinking about how you're going to attack this defense, what adjustments you're going to make. You feel like you got a good plan running out of the locker room, and then to throw a pick right away, man, that is a gut punch.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They'd love nothing more than to take advantage of that early second half turnover and cash in and tack a little bit more onto this lead. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Looking for a man. It's Sperry. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And that's just a simple blitz by the middle linebacker, and he's able to win up front, sees the gap, is able to beat his block and get to the QB.
These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Makes the grab. Oh, he's got some space. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And the Seminoles will bring the punt team onto the field. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds.
Dude, how about that? Boom. I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And what a great job by the defense here. 1st down, 2nd down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good 3rd down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you wanted. Like the interception, the turnover. Good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. They go to the counter. knocked down for the tackle.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. On third down, here's Malton. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on third down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50.
And it's picked off for the third time today. Touchdown, Florida State. The defense takes matters into its own hands. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Fielded in the end zone. It's Jones. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. All wideouts, no backs. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
And the Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. No fair catches here, looking for room. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Back has it. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Well, give it to him again. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Sperry. Using the back as a receiver on the screen.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. On the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. He is stopped short. That's the man they wanted to have the ball, but it'll be 4th down. And the Seminoles line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. The Hawkeyes offense heads out to start this drive. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Looking deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Hawkeyes decide to punt it away. My goodness, he unloads on that one. Now on the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback making checks. Scanning the field. It's Sperry. Makes the grab. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen. 1-yard passes can turn into 60. It's beautiful to be quarterback.
And the Noles come to the line needing just inches for the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? From from the gun. Running back gets to give. Got enough for the first. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Well, a big reason why they're up on the scoreboard is because of how successful this guy's been running the football. And in this position, at this time in the game, with the lead, you want to keep doing that. You want to ice the game. This guy's getting better as the game goes on, so keep handing him the football.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Open space at the 25. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Heading into the fourth quarter, and both of these running backs have just been outstanding. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. So first down will open up the final period. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Play action on first down. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And this QB's had some success, man, throwing to the football to the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up more big plays. Understand he's going to be aggressive and take shots.
Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Might be changing the route. Back to pass. It's Sperry. Snagged out of the air. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short.
It's a nice effort by the running back, but in that third and long situation, just too much work for that running back to convert that third down. Really, nice job. Got to give the defense credit. They surrounded him, got him to the ground.
He slides that just inside the right upright, and that lead grows even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They went 3 and out the last time they had it. At this point of the game, you just can't afford many of those. Looking downfield on first down. Rushes on him. He'll pull it down. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Looking to buy time. Kept it and he's past the marker. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. Coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. He's looking downfield to throw. Firing deep. Goes high to pull it in. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Iowa! extra point. They're now down 31-17. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Direct snap. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Back to throw, it's Sperry. Bringing the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And the defense gets him on the ground for the 4th time today, by the way. They've pressured him. He's still done an unbelievable job making completions. But you know what? Get him on the ground when he's got the ball. He can't make something happen. Keep hitting him. Keep getting him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Fires to the wideout. And he fired a bullet in, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, there is a player down on the field. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. The Noles will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Not a lot of room to make this catch. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. And here comes the Iowa offense ready to go to work. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. They'll go with the quick touch pass. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Quick catch on 3rd down. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
And I love when defenses understand the situation.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. On the move and looking deep. Makes the grab deep. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
And great recognition by the corner. That touch pass after he throws at the quarterback, it's a pass. He can't throw it forward again. Nice job understanding that, flying up, coming and making the big tackle in the open field.
Makes the grab. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Finds a little space. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down. We're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first down. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
And the Hawkeyes will have it 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Phillips. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
They'll give it on the counter. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Run the gun, wants to pass. Throws toward the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to...
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Finds a man on the right. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They just keep firing. He's got it. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
These 3rd downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this 3rd down.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
And that's a big 3rd down stop for this defense, but they can't relax, right? They've done this a couple of times already, and they've converted 2 for 2 on 4th down. So this D's got to be ready. They got to be physical on this 4th down, and they got to get a stop. They've gotten to this point. They just hadn't been able to close the door.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Tries to get it on the ground. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Florida State comes out ready to put... They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
They'll run play action. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And that's what the running game can do for an offense. You run the football, you have some success. Then what do? You stick the ball out there, you pull it back, you run some play action, you complete the football, get a first down. Nice balance by this offense.
Looking to pass. It's Sperry. He fires to the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They got the stop they needed. Now can the offense pay it off and tie this game up late? Wants to throw on first down. Slings it downfield. Complete downfield. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
You just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football, too, because of what you just said, David. They can feel and sense.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
The Hawkeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Here comes the Heat. And down he goes. A defense bringing the Heat.
And every time he gets brought down, everybody kind of gasps for a second because you're already on quarterback number 2, and you got to protect him. You got to keep him upright. And the least amount of hits as possible because you definitely don't want to go to QB number 3.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Now third and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack.
Red 54, red 54. Ready, go.
Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down. Fourth down coming up.
I know they've got all their timeouts left, but it feels like this is the ball game right here. Fourth down, the quarterback's got to do something special, knowing that they need a touchdown here to win.
Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. He wants a big play here late. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it.
And that's a play the quarterback would love to have back. Late in the game, trailing by only one possession on fourth down, it looked like there was a window to put that football in, to get the catch, keep the drive going. The quarterback has an inaccurate pass. It falls incomplete, and that is probably going to do it.
Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
And this situation here on second down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
To the air, it's Sperry. It's complete to the right. Iowa spends his second time out here. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
Man, I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
Quickly to the tight end. Now the Hawkeyes will call their third and final timeout. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy late in games that you know you can trust. Game on the line, just need to get one first down. And Palmer, they can run it, they can play it safe, but they give it to their dude, and he delivers.
And that's a play that they can run in their sleep, too. Something they practice all week long. They carry it in their playbook each and every week. It's a good play call because you're dialing up something that all 11 guys know in the back of their hand, and they go out to get the execution needed to win this game.
Timeout is called, and they got it just in the nick of time before the delay of game penalty. And with the clock stopped, they can get their thoughts together to call this play after picking up the first. The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Sticking with the run and the run-pass option, and in this situation, anything it takes to wrap up the victory.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
To the ground, he's got it again. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Quarterback takes a knee. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody. Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee, Florida. Basically a month into the season, here in week 4, and teams are starting to reach a critical portion of the schedule. It's the Condors and the Florida State Seminoles. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, I caught up with the Condors head coach. This is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Condors ready to kick it away first. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one as the return is stopped short of the 25. So the Florida State Seminoles offense will have the football first. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Might as well stick with him. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Back to throw, it's Sperry. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Moving out to the right. That's caught. It's Robinson. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Anytime a wide receiver makes a big play like that, images of Peter Warwick start flashing in Seminoles' heads.
And, man, just that time, that era with Bobby Bowden and those offenses, you just think about high-flying, every position, game breakers. And I think of swag, Reese, just guys that I know I could throw to the outside that had swag, that could take it to the house, make big plays.
The Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Eight-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And last week they got away with it. They gave up 4 sacks. Offensive line didn't play great, but they got the dub. Today, they got to do a better job. Early in the football game, already giving up a sack. They got to find some ways to do a better job of protecting their quarterback.
Oh, the D has to be feeling it now. See if they can get another sack on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Sperry. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And the Seminoles will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. So the Condors offense will now get its first chance with the football. And David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. You know, I think when you watch him, you say, oh, he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think you leave it, Jesse, going, I want a little bit more. I want more consistency, more big plays, so this offense can really take off.
I think the coaching staff, I think the fans know for the future of this program, they need to upgrade at the position. They'll try to do that in the recruiting or the portal. But for right now, today, this guy has to be able to make plays when his opportunities show up.
And it'll be the Condors with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Motion from the wideout. They'll give it to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Tight end now in motion. They'll run the counter. Spins away from the defense. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for loss the previous play, they give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism picking up that first. Why not give it to him again?
Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And they'll knock him down.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll go to the counter play. It's a fumble on the play. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least we've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. The Condors will send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Berry. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Had to start that slide a little early, and he'll be short of the first down.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Tries to do it himself on the draw. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
Could be an alley. Smashes ahead. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Florida State. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish. On the ground, a 67-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. They take over down 7-0 and trying to get even on this drive. Off from the shotgun. Breaks into the open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
He'll try to do it himself. Quarterback gets the first down. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Handoff to the lone back. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Now on the counter. Knocked off his feet.
And I think a lot of times when offenses run these counters, you're going to fake one way, right? Pull guys the other direction. If you can get some penetration really quickly, get behind those pullers, you got a chance to get in the backfield just like right there and create a TFL.
Leaves it with the running back. Maybe a crease. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. And it'll be the Condors come to the line with a new set of downs. Quick release by the QB.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew he had the slant throw right in behind him.
The give from the gun. Quick spin on the run. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Really nice job to move the ball on the ground like that in the big game, but we will need to check on an injured player. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on that. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
No gain on the play. They tried to run for it, and that defense was ready.
And, man, they sneaked the option in there on 3rd and long. And I don't know, was that a misread? Like, do you get the ball to your tailback? Like, it was pretty well defended. They had the quarterback swallowed up. He got some yards, but now you're forced into a 4th down, and this might be a passing situation.
Down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Quarterback moving. Lets it fly. Finds his man. It's Robinson. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
Nice catch there. I'll tell you, the Seminole passing attack has come a long way over the years. When I was playing against them back in the day, they were in the I formation every single play. Maybe it was play action. Maybe it was a shot play to the perimeter of the field. Now, they've got guys running all different kinds of routes, playing at different tempos, lining up all over the field. This dude is a guy you just have to know where he is every single snap.
From the gun, running back on the move.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw. It's Sperry. Pulls it in. It's Wiles.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing there.
The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Got a little grass. He's at the 10. Touchdown Seminoles. Into the end zone with a breakaway score.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
they'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And that was a scintillating way to finish that one, a 44-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. They'll send the tight end in motion. The option look. He'll do it himself. He'll toss it. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Dropping back, it's right. It's complete to the left. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail and that wide receiver comes back and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up.
Finding some room. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That's the sophomore running back there taking a look at, and Holly Rowe will let us know what's going on the sideline. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. High coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down. The Condors send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt will go into the end zone, and the ball comes out to the 20 on the touchback. After 1 quarter of play, let's take a look and see how these running backs are doing. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, the running back has it. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
He wants to change this route. Back to pass. It's Sperry. Throws to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Hauls it in. At the 35, he's open. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
And the Seminoles will line it up on 1st and 10. Going to the running game. Here's a little room there. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Noles! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And that was a scintillating way to finish that one, a 44-yard touchdown run. The returner will field it and bring it back. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
It'll be third and long. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, the ground game. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's 4th down. And it'll be the Condors who will punt it away on 4th down. Just needs a crack to get a return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Checking in from the Florida State sideline. There is so much energy down here on the sideline. This running back has been on fire. They expected a big performance from him today, and he has delivered, just going over 100 yards already in this game. I expect them to continue to feed him the ball. I'll keep you posted from down here on the sidelines. Guys?
Holly, thank you. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Snap to the back. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He'll pull it down and run. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. And the Noles come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's going to run it. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. The Seminoles have their offense in high gear. Making side adjustments here. Give to the back. Across the 25, he's got room. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And they say a quarterback's best friend is a good run game and a good running back. I think he agrees. Over 150 yards on the day. I don't even think I need a quarterback the way he's been running the football all game long.
The Noles back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Running the red zone. It's Singleton. There's a crease. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. An explosive play in the running game moves the sticks for the first down, but there is an injured player on the field. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on that. A first down run on the doorstep. And he's in! Touchdown, Florida State! He's doubled his touchdown output for the season in this game. 3 of his 6 have come in this one. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
And the extra point gives them a 28-3 lead. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Fielded in the end zone, it's King. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. Oh, they're after him. Myers on the move. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Quick completion to the right. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. He'll try to get to the marker himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room, because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Looking to throw, it's Barry. Grabbed in the middle, it's Lopez. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Trying to pick it up on the ground. There's some room. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. He'll get rid of it. Got him downfield. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Well, they have a massive lead, and we're only in the second quarter, but they're not calling the dogs off. They are staying aggressive, and they are taking shots. Another hook up there for this offense. Everything that they are dialing up is working to perfection. They're looking to add already to their blowout lead.
Single back formation, and they give it to it. It'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass on 2nd down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Touchdown, Florida State! And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And the clock stops for an injured player on the field. That's the senior safety being evaluated by medical personnel. Holly will let us know what's going on with him. And he's going to bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Nice move to keep running. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
He'll get a fresh set of downs stopped at the 31-yard line.
When you think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that when you're looking for the first down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy breezy.
It's caught. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And the defense snows him under after a very short game. The Condors are in the hurry-up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Floating away. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up one on the play. So now it's 2nd and long. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. On the option. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Well, they've already made one. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. Oh, and he missed it. No good. I guess the idea was to chip away at a big lead. Consider the lead not chipped away at. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. To the air, it's Sperry. On the run, still looking. On the run, fires downfield. The sure hands, it's Carter. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
And back to the air on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Firing to the right, complete. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved the touchdown.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels, and now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the 1st half. Before then, they can get another score. Looking to get it in. Trying to get it in. Touchdown Seminoles. Into the end zone for 6.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They scored again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. To the air. It's right. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. Let's begin with a look at Wake Forest, taking on the number 10 team, the Louisville Cardinals. And it's the Demon Deacons, able to pull off the upset in this one, but by the narrowest of margins. It brings them to 2-2 on the season following a big road win. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now over to your game at Doak Campbell Stadium. What a first half for that superstar back. He's already over 100 yards today, and he's done it with tough physical running, but also elusive speed. And that combination has his team 2 quarters away from a nice win. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Doak Campbell Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. We're just about ready to start the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. After that kickoff, the medical staff is out there to tend to the injured player. That's their freshman starting wide receiver, and we hope he's not out of the game too long. Holly will keep an eye on things for us. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
You've already sent your punter out 4 times. At least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Got his man on the outside. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. And it'll be the Condors will punt this one away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Checking in from the Seminoles sideline, they are really hyping up their quarterback right now, guys. You know, they weren't exactly sure what to expect from this young player going into the game, but he has delivered over 200 yards passing. He has proven to be someone they can count on. The coaches keep telling him, poise, composure, keep it going. This young guy is showing what he's made of. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Fires on the move. Complete to the right. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense.
And I'm not surprised by this QB, man. He's picking up where he left off, right? They built a cushion, built a lead, struggling to stop the passing game, keep pushing the ball down the field. He's making the right reads, and this offense is in a groove.
The Seminoles come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Looking to throw, it's Berry. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Knowles! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
To their lead. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Rides to back and leaves it. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Keeps it on the option. Maybe some room here. Good pickup there. He gets enough for the 1st down.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the 1st down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
And after your defense just went out there and gave them a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
To the air, it's right. Gets rid of it. And that one's incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. Defense in press coverage. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down. The Condors will bring the punt team onto the field. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Holly Rowe has an update.
Checking in from the Florida State sideline. Guys, I can feel the energy here and the chemistry between this quarterback and his star wide receiver. He's already got 100 yards receiving in this game, and the way they're talking on the sideline here, they want to keep that going. I think you're going to see him continue to get some downfield targets from his QB here in this game. I'll keep you posted.
Thanks, Holly. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
It's complete. He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work. They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. To the ground to try to move the chains. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
Well, this offense is one of the 25 best in the nation on 3rd down. That time they try to run it, but give the defense credit. Physical at the point of attack. They're able to get the stop. Now,
look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Looking for a push on 4th down. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. That's the mindset of this entire offense. They're not going to let you off the hook just because it's 4th and 1.
And that running back, he wanted the ball, too. You could see there right after the 3rd down play, looking at his sideline, saying, give me the ball. I want to go get this. I'm going to make a play for my team. And he comes through big time.
Finds a man on the left. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the 2nd half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time. Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over $100 on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
Makes the catch. He's brought down the one to play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the 2nd half of this game.
Touchdown, Florida State. He got it beat down in bounds. And this dude is spinning flaming spears everywhere, and he is cutting apart this defense.
We're going to have Noel Nation doing the chop, getting excited, getting jacked up about this guy, because this is the kind of day that starts to bring more momentum to this spot. Now you got a quarterback that you can really trust.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made the extra point without problem. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. And the returner will be knocked down. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It was starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
To throw, it's right. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it way down the field. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
And that's perfect for this offense. Backed up towards your own end zone, make a play to create space, get some momentum going on this drive. Just what the offense needed to start this thing.
Looking to throw on first down. Trying to set up the screen. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
That's really good eye discipline by the safety. Great job not getting his eyes lost. It looks like pass immediately. He locks in on the running back. He sees the screen develop, fires upfield, pulls the trigger, and makes the tackle.
Off the play fake. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Unloads quickly. Looks as if there is a Seminole still down on the field. Medical personnel out there checking on this senior defensive back. And it'll be the Condors can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll move the tight end. Off play action. Complete. He stopped quickly, but not before he has enough for the first down.
And when you're running the ball well, QBs love going to play action. You get the linebackers starting to suck up closer to the line of scrimmage. They're keying on those running backs, and it just makes pitch and catch so much easier for these quarterbacks and receivers.
Dropping back, it's right. Under fire. He makes the grab. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
And he slides to avoid the contact and did it just at the right moment and got the first down. The Condors come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Flag 14! Flag 14!
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking downfield on first down. Takes the easy one to the back. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Might have a chance. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And these plays are so hard to stop. You're giving your elite speed guys a chance to get to the edge in the most crowded part of the field. So it wasn't a home run, it wasn't a touchdown, but you like those little positive gains that makes the next down more manageable, and you like getting your playmaker.
Touchdown, Condor! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Find my matchups out wide. I love a matchup with my wide receiver. I like my guy better than yours. Quarterback finds the matchup. The wide receiver catches the football, takes it into the end zone for 6.
Lining up to add another. Right down the boulevard. After the whistle, there is a man who has yet to leave the field, and they'll check on him. While they have a look at the injured player, will take a timeout.
Number 95 set to kick this one away.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stops. The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. Motion from the wideout. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires downfield. Complete to the right. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal to the college football, no doubt. Now, listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing on time, and he's been deadly accurate throwing it. And guess what? This game is far from over.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Might be calling a hot route. The play action fake. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to throw. It's Sperry. Floats it out in space. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. That's reeled in. It's Robinson. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we reach the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good... Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. The offense changing the play. They'll give it to him again. Could be an alley. Pass attack. Into the house. Touchdown, Florida State. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 20. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking downfield, it's Daniels. He's got him. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
To the air on first down. They're working that left side. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. And the Seminoles are threatening on first and goal. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Trying to find the end zone. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Trying to power it in. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's third and goal. They've gotten right on the cusp of the end zone. They still need 2 yards. Will they try to bang it in with a run or go over the top? Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Touchdown Seminoles! And they take it in for 6 more points. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field and lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Oh, he's going to bring it out. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. And on that kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. That's their freshman starting wide receiver, and we hope he's not. Florida State comes out ready to put something together on this drive. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Third and long.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.